Hey everyone, we are back and we are live. This is Jedi Mike 7. I'm back with another live stream and with my boy Jay King. Jay King, how are you doing today?
I am doing good. I'm doing good and glad to be in December finally. And we all
Mhm.
know why, but we'll get to that.
Yeah. And before we go, we just gotta something's coming out next week. What Jay King, what's coming out? You know what's coming out? Uh
I don't know. I mean, what do you think's coming out?
I don't know. I mean, I know something my Negro spider senses are tingling. Um
uh,
but yeah. Um
oh yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Oh wait, the background. Sorry. Yes. We got Spider-Man No Way Home is coming next Thursday. We got our tickets. Jay King, you got your tickets?
Oh yeah, I got my tickets.
Got your tickets, okay. Well, what time you going?
Don't know if I want to reveal that.
Oh, okay. All right, I got you.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right, okay. So yeah, we got our tickets for I got my tickets for Spider-Man, unfortunately. Now breaking record sales right now.
hmm
And hopefully we're getting end game levels. This is past, Force Awakens, Rise of Skywalker, all the other films and stuff, and it's on its way. So yeah, I'm very looking forward to what they're gonna be doing with some uh the terms of the response in the audience in the room, because all my theater about to be sold out. I gotta check again, but I got some good seats. I'm on row J. I got 6:30 showing. And I think that if me and Jay King we coordinate, we'll probably do like a live like out of theater reaction after the
hmm
movie. And we won't communicate with each other. We just hold our reaction till we get back. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just do that. All right, but first we got a ton of Spider-Man news today. This week, a lot of stuff coming. So yeah, so thank you for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe button, comment, like, and share. Let me know what you think about the upcoming movie news we have going on through this live stream. Number one, we got my old friend, partner in crime, Miles. We back, baby. We back. Meanwhile,
Yes,
another universe. We are
in
back.
another universe. That's right.
Yes,
This past Saturday,
my boy,
There
my
were rumors
boy,
we were getting this. There were rumors we were getting this, and this past Saturday,
my
Sony and
boy
Marvel
has
released the
returned.
first look at Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. They're doing two parts to this.
Hmm. Two parts. Yeah. But yeah, this is just amazing. First of all, I know like it's starting right off where we left off with this. Oh, I forgot my banner. Here we go.
Yeah,
There we go.
starting right where we left off, but things are definitely changing. I look back at because again, this is straight up the last scene we saw of Miles with Gwen calling him, and now she
Hmm.
shows up here. But looking at the difference between the 2018 film and this first look,
Look at him.
there's
Look how
definitely been
tall
a
he
lot of
is.
changes. Yeah, he's
Look.
taller, he's aged up just a bit. Even she's aged up a bit. Like he's taller, his facial structures are a lot more sharper. And even
Hmm.
Gwen, like her hair on the side where it got buzz cut in the last movie, it's starting to grow back a bit with the side that didn't get tampered with at all, starting to have like pink fades, pink tips on her hair. And, Miles's hair is even a little more curlier even.
Right. And but yeah, I think that's what they're gonna be doing. I don't know what the age gap is because like remember last film came out 2018, so this is
Mhm.
about almost 4 years or so. So yeah, that
Yeah, I mean,
I know a lot of things.
4 years in our time, but we don't know exactly how long it's
Mhm.
been in like their time. For all we know, like my best guess is that again, Miles started like the beginning of his high school career. My best guess is this is maybe either a year or 2 years after the events of Into the Spider-Verse, which could give enough time for him to fully be more integrated as Brooklyn's Spider-Man, but enough time in between that again, like he's gotten a bunch of stuff done. We don't know how much because again, it's just the first look and it's not technically a full-on trailer, but it gives us just enough to show, oh, some time has passed, but now it's time for another multiversal adventure.
Right. Yeah. That's what I think would probably will happen. Is that 'cause listen, especially when you're seeing here that he's there's a new way of travel he's going through is like very different now. Now this reminds me of the end credit scenes. Now the animation they
Well,
did for the end credit scenes, but now because there's also speculation that not only that we got Spider-Man 2099, but we also got other Spider-Man that obviously going to be coming into this film, just like with
yeah,
the first
which
film. Now,
Yeah,
there's a
like this whole frame, like I get what you're saying, like it seems similar, but I also had noticed this when going back is that they're using like you know how in the last movie they used a bunch of like comic book like things like a smack or things like that,
right,
you know, for the comic book aesthetic. But I realized that these words that they were using whenever he got hit or he was like thwipping, even the thwip symbol was in Hindi or in Indian, which is most
right.
likely teasing at the fact we're going to see a specific Spider-Man India who has had a major stuff to do within the Spider-Verse crossover and the comics show up in this movie as well. So that most likely confirms he's in this movie as well, along with Miles, Gwen, Miguel, and also confirmed Spider-Woman, Jessica Drew, and Japanese Spider-Man from the old TV
Hmm.
show.
Right.
So
But
so
yeah.
far that's like 6 that
Hmm.
we know.
Right. I think they're gonna keep the cast Lily overall. But yeah. Hey, Cream Mercy, how you doing? Good to see you again. But I think that's what they're probably gonna do because also this there's another thing that when they got the title is going to be called Spider-Man Cross the Spider-Verse, right?
Mhm.
And but the thing about it is that not only that he's got different he can older and stuff. This is also a part two. Part two. I mean, part we got part was split in two parts. So it's like we got part one, we got part two that's coming out, I believe, in 2023. That's what they confirmed.
Yeah,
Um,
they confirmed
so
that.
so yeah, so that's what that's be very interesting what they're gonna be doing. Uh, because I'm just like I don't know really the overall story they're actually based things off of, but this is just give us at least we know already top three is confirmed. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
but thank you guys for showing up in the chat. Appreciate you. But I just think in terms of what you think that probably I won't say we already got a few of the new Spider-Man that we know that confirmed, but just as because of the huge success of the first one, do you think that it might be possibly might lead to maybe a disappointment or might actually go to the same scale or surpass the first one?
I don't know. The last movie was really good and really unique and something that really hadn't been seen before that I don't know if you can surpass something like that, but I don't think it's entirely impossible. I
Hmm.
do say that they again, it's been at least again, this came back out in 2018. It's 2021 now, and this movie's coming out next year, 2022. So it's been a couple years. They've had a lot of time to think about what they want this story and what they want part two story to be. Now, whatever that be the case, whether that be if because again, the last movie was just
Hmm.
basically introducing the world who don't read the comic books to characters like Miles Morales and Gwen Stacy as Spider Gwen and Spider Ham and Noir and all of them, but also to introduce the concept of the multiverse before the MCU
How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro.
had fully started to like integrate that a lot into the shows like Loki and WandaVision. But again, Spider Verse was technically doing that first before we started getting that in mainstream live action movies. In terms of stories they could use, thinking and again, I've read like pretty much every single Spider Verse event that has happened. The last one was just basically introducing the concept. If anything, especially with the fact that this is a two-parter, there may be the feeling that they could go the comic book route of what the original Spider-Verse was and what that threat. Because again, as was put in the description of the trailer, I think it says that the Spider people are facing off against a threat that they never thought they would face before.
Right.
In the comics, that's known as the Inheritors, a group of vampires that hunt spider totems across the multiverse.
Now, I think
So
they're not gonna
maybe
do
that could be
that.
the
I
story.
think they're not gonna do that because I think I heard there was a I think it was confirmed that there was at least this one character called I forgot he named Spot. Like he has a body where like you can punch a hole through his body, but it's like it
Yeah,
connects
yeah,
to the
he does. He's kind of like a human portal. Like you punch one way and it can go out the other way. He can open up portals like mess with you. He's a Spider-Man villain. Peter's faced him a lot. Miles has faced him like once, I think, if I'm recalling. But yeah, I mean they could introduce him in here. He could potentially be like, when we first see Miles, like,
yeah this one.
let's do this one last time and like, get a transition of what Miles has been up to, and that's what
Yeah,
Miles's
this
first
one right
villain he
here. If
faces
you
off
guys can
is.
see, this
Hmm.
character right here. Yeah, his name is Spot. Spider on the spot. Yeah. So
Hmm.
yeah, so basically he has Billy where like you can punch a hole through him. You have these, yeah, or something like that. Um, Billy, yeah, but you can see he probably fought Miles probably once, but he has Spot. I think you actually can see here.
Yeah.
Wait. Oop.
I mean, yeah, I can definitely
Yeah.
see them like introducing that, but again, like the spot, like, I mean, if they wanted to try and use him in the story, I guess they could. Again, he hasn't, like he's been used in like different ways, but in like multiversal ways, I can't really remember if there was anything like multiversal or like huge implications to Spider-Man that he has dealt with before. Again, any Spider-Verse story that has been like the only difference between Spider-Verse and its entitled sequel Spider-Geddon was the Inheritors. The only other type of story was basically the Great Web, which is what connects each Spider-Man throughout the multiverse, and that it was tangled up. Like that's the only other type of story that didn't involve the Inheritors, unlike the original Spider-Verse right here.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know. He seemed like an interesting villain to me, but I don't know. We'll see. But I got the inheritors because I don't know. That's a whole another thing you get to do. Well, you know what? Maybe they might tease it. Like he might just not be the main villain, but he's like the uh like their guy that they're sending off to fight them. But they're like the inheritors are the ones who actually are running everything in the behind the scenes or something like that. Teasing going to part two, because you have to have a villain that's very significant for them to make. Oh, let's do part one and part two. 'Cause I don't think there'd be different villains for different parts. I don't know. You know.
Well, I mean,
Um.
the Inheritors are like a whole family, and like the more famous
Exactly.
one out of them is Morlun, who the main Peter Parker has faced and killed like twice. So
Yeah. So we'll see. But you see,
we'll
but other than
see.
that, we do know that with this film, was it? One second. Let me get back here. Let me get back here 1 second. But yeah, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is coming, I believe, in October 7th,
7.
2022. That'd be
Mhm,
my birthday. My birthday's on October 15th. So yeah, this would be good. It'd be a good birthday. But yep, October. Yeah, exclusively. No, not Disney Plus. No,
no, no,
Paramount
no.
Plus. No,
You need
nothing.
to go to the theater. You
Premium
need to see
formats
the
and IMAX exclusively movie theaters October 7th,
mhm.
2022. So yes guys, let me know your guys thoughts in the comment section down below about this film. Obviously this film is the first film was one best animated film in the Academy Awards. So this
Mhm.
it has a lot of expectations and stuff, so hopefully it can deliver. But let me know what you guys think about this topic about Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Are you excited? Are you not excited? Let me know. But now let's get on to the next topic. Now, we gotta go on to another one here. Now, uh, let's see. So, J King, you and I have been watching a little show that came on. Started about right around Thanksgiving. Right around Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah.
What
Oh,
show
yeah.
you been watching? Was it
Hmm?
Arcane? No, it wasn't Arcane. Good show, by
No.
the way.
Yeah, good great show, great show. Highly recommended. You don't need to
Mhm,
know anything about, League to see it. But no, we're
mhm.
not talking about Arcane. But, someone from Arcane is also within the show we are talking about, or at least like, they voice you get what I mean.
Yeah, right. What are we talking about? We are talking about uh Hawkeye. Yes. Hawkeye just has premiered November 24th, right around before Thanksgiving. And we have gone through it right now, this as a tape of this recording, 3 episodes. And now this is gonna be 6 episodes. So we're gonna give our mid-season review of Hawkeye and ask, is it worth watching? But yeah, I gotta say, so J King, what was your thoughts on this season so far?
Okay, so with 3 episodes done so far and 3 episodes left to go, and especially after the teaser, for these last 3 episodes that will be starting tomorrow, definitely look out for Hawkeye on Disney Plus if you guys have not watched yet. In my opinion, do I think the show is good? Yes, I really think that this show is good. Um, again, the main driving force is the relationship between Clint Barton, the Hawkeye we've known for like the beginning of the MCU, and Kate Bishop, the brand new Hawkeye to be taking on the mantle, doing her own thing by herself, and in the future with the Young Avengers and everyone. You know, their dynamic is what makes the show. Their dynamic, as well as their characterizations, both together as Hawkeyes and then separate within their own lives, are what drives this show. We never really were focused that much on Clint in the movies outside of maybe Age of Ultron.
Right.
And that was really to help him, like, you know, bring Wanda and Pietro into the fold. But this, we really get to fully focus in on him. We get to focus on this man who has gone through a lot and basically just wants to be with his family, but is pulled back into the superhero life by this young adult girl. He's tired. Like, you see it throughout this series so far. He is tired. And as you guys have probably also realized, he's deaf. Well, not deaf. It's like he's losing his hearing. He has a hearing aid after all the bullshit that he's gone through in the past, especially the whole Avengers compound getting blown up right in his
Yeah.
face during Endgame. Again, he is losing his hearing. He is losing a part of him. And as he says to Kate, like this type of life comes with a cost. He's definitely that veteran hero. He's like, I'm done. I just wanna like, ride off into the sunset with my family. I just want to be able to spend Christmas with my family, but now he can't
Right.
because this girl found the Ronin suit that apparently is one of many things that got taken from the Avengers compound.
Mhm.
And now he's having to help her. And in terms of Kate, getting to understand this character, why she's so motivated to be Hawkeye, why she's so motivated to be a hero, and the spark that she has. I mean, Clint even says after episode 3, you definitely are worth being called one of the world's greatest archers because she definitely handled herself. If you've seen episode 3 Spite,
This is a
yeah, hell yeah, she definitely has proven herself worthy of carrying that Hawkeye mantle. And Haley Steinfeld is doing a fantastic job at playing her. Haley's got a lot of great stuff going on.
She
Spider
got
Gwen,
a lot of stuff. This
Spider
girl does not
Gwen,
stop. Like,
Arcane, and Hawkeye.
we have talked about 2 topics today, and we mentioned all 3 of them: Arcane, Spider Gwen, and then with Kate. Like she's just killing it.
She is
But
killing
yeah,
it.
I'm just like one thing I just gotta say with the show, because obviously this show, whether you get some certain type of criticism with any new Marvel show, well, obviously showing a new female led superhero or heroine, whoever it might be. But I gotta say, I'm feeling first of all, I'm feeling Haley Steinfeld. Like, she's an incredible actress and stuff, and anything that she do, she gives 110%.
Mhm.
But in terms of the show, I'm gonna be honest with you. The first 2 episodes they showed they were released at the same time. I gotta say that to me, at first it started slow. But I gotta say, after that 3rd episode, that basically made everything. I'm like, okay, I'm actually being consistent watching it. Because one, I've always been a friend, of Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, but you actually get to see dive more into his character. But um, I like the way that this film, or at least this series, is kind of humanizing an Avenger. But now he's not this grand scale, no super soldier serum, no hex abilities. He's not Norse god or whatever. He's just a man. And then when he get beat up, he got to take care of himself. He doesn't have the Avengers income to go back to Avengers Tower, and it's like, oh yeah, let me go fix the situation, because Kate looked up to him as a hero. And because she actually in this show, and also just spoilers by the way, she actually was there during the Battle of New York in 2012 as a little girl, which I thought the way they shot that in a different perspective, because we've been at that time so many times.
Right,
I'm
we've
kind of
been
getting sick
there.
of it.
We
Like,
This is our third time being there. The first time was, of course, the first time we saw it in 2012 in the first Avengers movie. The second time is when we traveled back there in Endgame to get some of the Infinity Stones, and now the third time seeing it from the perspective of Kate. Like basically halfway through the battle, she just knows this thing is going on now finally, and the building that she's living in is close to where Clint was firing off the arrows, and of course, this iconic shot of him dropping down the building, which is also a reference to the Matt Fraction run that this series is based off of.
mhm.
Like that was just pure gold. That was just the icing on the cake. That was like, yeah, definitely. She definitely was fated in. She definitely this was fate for her to be drawn into this life.
Right, right. But I did like how the way that like at least their relationship is starting to build. But yeah, but because I gotta say, like, the stunts action, like especially the one shot they did with a car, I thought that was really good.
Yes,
You
yeah, that
know,
was so good.
that was really good, because also, like, this would say some of my friends, I asked them, like, hey, what they thought about the show, and they said, like, no, I don't like Kate's sense of humor, or whatever. She doesn't seem like I don't know if I like her or not, and I'm just like, really? I was like, yeah, I don't know if I like her. I was like, okay, um, but yeah, now and to me, I guess because there's like just the way how she was carrying herself through her certain mannerisms with where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh, I was like, where'd you go? Certain mannerisms with her. I think that was pretty. How she was getting herself out of situations, being quick witted. I mean, I actually liked it, but it also reminded me of what Jeremy Renner used to do. Well,
Mhm.
a few one-liners and everything. So I thought it stayed within character. But I think over time, we're gonna see that she's just not one and done, and that they're gonna
Mhm.
probably obviously set her up for like part of the Young Avengers and everything like that. But I'm really intrigued in terms of what they're gonna be doing with her character moving forward, but also just the rest of this season, because a lot of things, which we'll get into our next topic, that this show is actually more important than we actually think it is. Because
Yes, especially after something else, which we'll get into.
Yeah,
and a
right.
bit later into this video, but yeah, this scene like, I get it for everyone. We've had a lot of shows and movies, this year in Marvel that have given big implications for the MCU. 2 shows that did, multiversal stuff, 1 movie, Eternals, that did big galactic stuff, Falcon and Winter Soldier, which gave us the new Captain America and basically the leader of the new Avengers and setting up some stuff for Phase 4. Black Widow, bringing in Yelena, which we'll also talk about that. And what else came out? And Shang Chi, also the fact, again, new superhero, and the fact that his new powers may potentially have some ancient history to them that go into a more laid back show. I get it. It seems weird, but this might have a lot more implications, especially for us, especially for a lot of fans of a time where Marvel shows weren't on Disney Plus yet, but they were on another platform. But again, we'll get to that.
Right, but go on to topic, he's saying talk about Yelena. Yeah, we do know. Those you know, Black Widow did came out a long time ago, in a very difficult time in May. Where going to movie theaters was iffy and stuff like that. But at the time,
Mhm.
it was the only movie that you get to see a film on Disney Plus and in theaters, which Marvel will never do that again.
Not after
So
what happened after. Not after what happened
they
after
will
it.
never do that shit again. But yeah, but after that, I just think that what they're gonna do moving forward is that they're obviously gonna bring Elena in because at the end of the end credit scene we see here, we see Miss Valentina here. She basically
Mhm.
told that Hawkeye killed Black Widow, which we know obviously was a lie, not true.
Which is some straight up
And we still don't
bull.
even know what her character, what she can do in the future of the MCU. But what they're gonna be doing with her is that they're gonna be she's gonna be cameoing in Hawkeye, probably trying to go kill Clint. But I think she obviously at
Mhm.
the end should probably be an ally and understand the truth of what happened. But one thing I did really like with this show is how the fact they show like one thing that all Disney Plus shows have had consistently was about mourning or like the sense of loss, depression, mental illness, whatever it might be. But one thing that Hawkeye, at least this show did, I did exceptionally, um, hold on, 1 second. Yeah, block. I got blocks. Yeah, there we go. I had to block somebody. Um, yeah. Uh, but anyway, yeah. Yeah. But anyway, so one of the things that I did, that Hawkeye's gonna be doing is going to talk about Yelena. So in one of the recent trailers, they showed a new still image. I think of her in her new costume because this is actually is comic accurate, by the way. I think it's based off of Florence Pugh. 1 second, let me get this image here. Yeah, right here. So, but yeah, I've been thinking that that's probably what we're gonna be doing. I don't know when she's gonna be coming because we only have 3 episodes left. Because this week's episode is gonna be very very important, which we're gonna get into the next topic. I
Mhm.
think that might happen. That hopefully I think me Jay King probably do reaction for, but we probably won't post on YouTube. Um, but yeah, uh,
Yeah.
yeah, sorry, hold on a second. Go yeah, talk about Hawkeye about Elena being in the show.
Oh, I see what you
Yeah,
I see
yeah.
what's going on. Dear God.
Yeah.
Trolls on the internet, people, trolls on the internet. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure some of y'all are like, wait a minute, what do you mean this is Yelena? There's and I think it was actually seen in like the Google, like in these Google images that we were showing. But there's one like Yelena's had a lot of iconic costumes. Her most iconic being the white one that we did see in the Black Widow movie. But another one that she's had is like this kind of like spy outfit, and it is very, very much like this image we see here, which was in the mid-season trailer for Hawkeye, which again shows that Yelena is gonna show up. Now, which episode? Who knows? For all we know, it could be in the next episode that we have tomorrow, or I guess not technically today, given time-wise, but yeah, we don't know. It could happen then. It could be the episode before the finale. It could be on the finale. It all depends. It all depends on how things go with the story, because there are many things going on with the story, which we will get to at some point.
Got you.
But yeah,
Got you.
that's my. All right, are we good?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, we're good. Yeah, I got distracted. Sorry, y'all. Yeah, dealing with trolls, but it's okay. That's no, we're moving up though. Um, but yeah, that's why I hope. I think she's probably gonna come in probably the third or fourth episode. I mean, no, excuse me, the fourth or fifth episode. But yeah, but I don't think she's probably not gonna be helping the finale. Probably the finale, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, I'll say I gotta say like what you say that for Hawkeye for mid season. That how you rank the season so far from scale 1 to 10.
So far, so within these first 3 episodes.
Yeah, so far with the first 3 episodes, like, how you feeling?
Okay, so, I'd say go on, 1 being, like, my favorite so far, and 3 being, like, my least favorite, but not bad. 3rd right now is the 2nd episode. Wasn't bad, but again, like, there was just a lot more to be desired within the, 1st and 3rd episode. 2nd place is the 1st episode. I liked the buildup, I liked how they introduced us to how everything's going to be going on within this season and the setting and the characters and everything. And then the 3rd episode for that fight scene, for the backstory of Echo,
Mhm.
for how they represented her and how Marvel's been doing a killer ass job with representing people with disabilities.
Yeah.
And again, the Clint and Kate dynamic, like elevating forward. So like episode 3 right now is my top favorite, with episode 1 being my second favorite, and episode 2 being my least favorite, but not worst episode. I still enjoy that episode.
Right. Yeah, so, one thing that I can say that, Hawkeye, well, we have the episode to be that be premiering on Wednesday, or yeah, Wednesday mornings, so, yes, we only got 3 episodes left, 2 right before Spider-Man: No Way Home. Right. And speaking of Spider-Man: No Way Home, we've been doing. I have a lot of press tours been happening for the film because coming out next week. But one thing
Yep.
that we realized that a bunch of things been coming out. They've been confirming, which we'll go into later on in the show.
Okay.
But one of the things is that they confirmed. No, we have Kevin Feige and Pascal. They were talking just about the film and everything. And obviously, they had speculation. People asking about where's Toby and Andrew, where all this stuff, whatever. Then they came bring up to the topic of Matt Murdock, right? And finally, after some people can't be that want to reveal certain informations prematurely, and Lily on the last live came out saying, "Yo, the pictures are real," right? That were leaked out. Kevin Feige basically had his, he had his cap on, but he wasn't capping. He just like, you know what, I surrender. And he confirmed that Charlie Cox, yes, Daredevil himself from the Netflix shows, will be returning and is officially the MCU's Daredevil. So yeah, he confirmed that. Lily, I think, was it today or yesterday? Um,
Yesterday.
Yesterday, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
yes,
Our
that's
boy Charlie is back.
yeah, our boy's back. So yes, Jaking, what do you think about it?
I'm happy. I'm very happy. I really did like his portrayal of Matt Murdock from the Netflix TV shows, from Daredevil and of course from Defenders. And I'm glad that he gets the opportunity to continue the character of Matt Murdock, but now probably in a studio that will even take it to places that they like. I've heard a lot of people saying, like, oh, they won't do the Netflix shows justice, but it's like, A, not all of them are good. Some of them had some weird moments. And B, we haven't seen them utilize any of them yet at this point. But now we know that they will, with them keeping one of the actors, which also makes me question, are they potentially going to do the same thing for Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, Elektra, Punisher? I guess we'll have to see. I mean, this is only the start, outside of another one that,
We'll
again,
get into.
going back to Hawkeye, we'll talk about that. But I'm very glad that he gets the opportunity to continue playing this character that he obviously had a blast playing as, that he definitely put a lot of heart, soul, and sweat into it. A lot of grandeur. I'm happy for him. I'm definitely happy, and I'm definitely excited to now, hopefully one day, see him standing alongside Tom Holland's Spider-Man, so we could finally have the Peter Parker Matt Murdock dynamic that is so famous for in the comics. They're partners, somewhat friends. They understand each other, and I'm so happy that we'll finally get that dynamic now, thanks to A, Daredevil finally coming, and B, Charlie continuing the character.
And 3, Campia. I don't know. Yes.
Can't be
Big
a can't be a
surprises,
can't be a.
big surprises. But including the big surprises that you see, because Daredevil, now Charlie Cox is confirmed. There is someone else that we're waiting on to see who's confirmed, and that is the King himself, Wilson Fisk, Kingpin. Right?
Which you may be like, and again, for those who have not seen it yet, again, spoiler alerts, just be careful. But for many of you, like, wait, what? If you've seen the third episode, you know that the tracksuit mafia, the people that we have been facing with this season, and Maya Lopez, aka Echo, who we met in this episode in the third episode, basically. Great actress, by the way, and this is her first debut
Oh,
role,
by the
basically.
way,
So
this is
yeah,
her
that's her cousin,
cousin.
right?
Yeah. That's the
Like
that's
that
the
that
actress
was
play
so
actor, that's her
crazy.
cousin.
But anyways, like they talked about the fact that Uncle wouldn't like them going after the Ronin, and Uncle was also watching after Maya when it wasn't her father when she was young. Now, who is Uncle? Well, for many of us who know the comics, Echo has had a long history with Kingpin. He basically was, in a way, kind of a surrogate father, kind of a mentor figure to her, growing up after she lost her father. Um, and there have been many factors leading into the fact that this is not only just Kingpin, but also the Kingpin from the Daredevil Netflix TV show. And that's because the actor, before Hawkeye started, the actor had actually tweeted out, I can't wait to see this show. I'm so I love Marvel movies. And we're like, wait, what? Then the second thing in this third episode, his footsteps are a lot louder. He's wearing cufflinks. We know how this Kingpin loves to keep well tailored.
Wears
And
cuff like, he
three,
wears cufflinks, yeah.
and three, his laughter. You hear that laughter in that episode, and you put it to any other time that this actor has laughed. That's his laughter. This dude is back, most likely. Like y'all may have been crazy for that Mephisto theory in WandaVision, but y'all were right with Kang, and we
Mhm.
most likely are right with this one as well. Now, when we'll see him, I'd say maybe towards the end. I see him most likely being just set up throughout this Hawkeye show because, as we know, Maya is going to continue on in her own show in Echo, and that could be fully where we get like more Wilson Fisk.
Right, exactly. So, and there've been theories and rumors or speculation saying that they might bring out Kingpin in this coming episode, episode 4. So me and Jay King will probably do a joint reaction to that, and maybe if the reveal does happen, then I'm gonna have it on recording, and I'll just post that part of the reaction instead of the whole episode. I think we'll be fine with that. I think copyright reasons why. So yeah. But yeah, I'm hoping is now. This is also another question too, because there's also been rumors that they're gonna probably, you know, wait, no, this one. Yeah. They might CGI him and give him a big fat suit or fat face or whatever. Um and
No,
no. Now if you
no,
see this one, now this one probably is a joke, but this came from the one from Spiderverse because that one dude, man,
that
he
was
looked
a
like a
big
damn
boy.
block. Like what was it from Spiderverse? Wait, hold on, let me get the Kingpin.
Oh god, that one, that dude was the definition of Amanda Waller's iconic line of "You know why they call me the Wall."
Right, 'cause look at this. Like he's a block. Look, it's it. That okay? What's one thing like proportionally that did not make any sense at all. Like
No human, and I
how
get it.
it's
It
like
was
no
an
human. Like
animated
he's
movie. I get it. It was an animated movie, but still, most of them kept to the proportions of what humans have,
hmm
outside of Spider-Ham. But he's a pig. But this dude, that ain't a human. That is a freaking balloon. And as Spider-Man once said in a comic when he fought him, he's the needle. He's ready to pop that balloon.
right, exactly. So yeah, but obviously there have been different iterations with him. This is the one from Spider-Man PS4. But I don't know. I don't want him to actually the CGI. I think that is more. I mean, because that's the thing. Is like obviously, because are we gonna I'm trying to see if they're gonna confirm because we'll see probably potentially maybe an upcoming Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man No Way Home that they probably tease that if Daredevil probably be the lawyer, but is he gonna be like, oh, his hair is now orange, like he's a ginger now, whatever it might be,
Well,
or are they
Well,
the same versions of these characters? We don't know,
we
right?
don't know, but talking about that though, there was an interview yesterday, because again, as we said, press has now started for Spider-Man: No Way Home. The cast are in London right now. They had the London premiere a few days ago, and so they're continuing, and the LA, premiere is, like, next week, I think, and, someone had asked, Tom, Zendaya, and Jacob, like, one question, "Do you guys know who bought Avengers Tower?" And
Yes.
Tom's like, "Uh, oh, yeah, yeah, I do know who bought Avengers Tower," and they were like, "Who is it?" And it's like, "I'm not telling you." He told Zendaya, his girlfriend, but he ain't tell the interviewer, but he knows. So, is that a tease? Maybe.
Right, 'cause I'm like, but would it make sense for him to buy Avengers Tower, even though they did make a statement saying that, uh, that, or at least when in the Hawkeye series, that, well, Kate Bishop was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to Avengers Tower," and he's like, no, we did, Tony sold that years ago." I was like, okay, but who did he sold it to? We don't know,
You
right?
know,
So
the 2 contenders are either that Kingpin's got it or it's the new Baxter Building for the upcoming Fantastic Four, who also have been confirmed, to have a movie coming, with Spider-Man director John Watts. So, it could be them, it could be
mhm.
Kingpin, we shall see.
Right. Yeah, so I don't know, but we'll see. Because like I said, we're gonna be coming. The episode gonna be coming on Wednesday, so we'll do a reaction to that, and we'll see what's going on. But yeah, now going to the next topic, I think what was it? More Spidey news on still on the topic of Spider-Man. Um, that obviously this is, everything is going full throttle. We're getting TV spots, we're getting, trailers, interviews, the whole nine. Scores being leaked. Um, yeah, I heard one of them, and I was like,
I
yeah,
have not,
track
and I don't
19,
want to.
ladies and gentlemen, track 19. That's the part when men will cry. Yeah, that's
Well,
my
I'm not
tease for you.
listening to that. I'm not
Uh,
listening to that.
if it is
Look,
true, Michael, what's his name?
I'm
Who's
only
the composer?
somewhat
Michael
looking at the
Giovanni or
interviews.
something?
I'm not looking at anything else. I'm only somewhat looking at the interviews.
'Cause listen, at this point now, I don't want to see, like, I really don't want to see anything else. TV spots are kind of getting weird. Even like like there's like one TV spot I saw recently of like Doctor Strange in the portal, like in like he's crushing like freaking reality or something like that. I don't, and like
Yeah,
Spider-Man being dragged, or
I'm
like
not looking
more
at like
of the
the
extended
the
fight.
last t the last TV spot I looked at was the tickets on sale now. That's the
My
last one
man,
I looked at.
my man,
Oh
Trash Can
god.
Waves in the
Oh,
building.
no.
Yes, J
No.
King's number one fan.
Stop.
Absolutely. Yes,
Stop.
in the building.
Stop. Stop.
Yes, in the
Stop.
building. Yes, yeah, I'm sorry. I'm a bask in this moment. Trash Can Wave, you're my dude, man. We need to collab one day, man. Yeah, hit me up. Oh, look at this. Yeah. He said Hawkeye is pretty good on Disney. Yeah, that's actually pretty all right. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love you, Trash Can Wave. Love you, bro. Anyway, um, yeah, but yeah, honestly, I'm just really at this point. We just need to, I mean, avoid the internet because getting to a point where now things are kind of getting ridiculous.
Mhm.
Because like we're about what, less than 10 days away. Let me see. Yeah, almost. So like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days for me. 9 days. So we're yeah. 9 days we're away from the release of Spider-Man No Way Home. But till then,
Mhm.
all we got to do, we just got to see a bunch of interviews. The one recently they did with this interview they did with Brazilian Expo. I forgot what it's called. Hold on one
Mhm.
second. And basically had the villains panel. So basically what they did was they
Oh,
brought up
yeah.
Jamie Foxx. Um, they brought up
William
Jamie
Dafoe
Willem Dafoe.
and
Hold on one
Alfred
second.
Molina.
And now from Lena up here.
They brought
One
them
time.
all up, talked about, their experiences with the Spider-Man films.
Right, right. And so this whole time I'm thinking like, okay, so what's going on here? Right. So and here's Tom Holland saying, oh yeah, so yeah, your theories are not true. Or are they? All that crap. Right. Um
Uh, I know Tom is gonna be so ready for this movie to come out, so that way weeks later he can finally say some stuff. He's gonna be like William Dafoe. You want to know the truth?
mhm, right. Yeah, because one thing I really like with the interview, what they did was that they conducted. I mean, even though it was Expo or something to try to talk about it, they only showed three of the villains, which we still have not seen. The actors who play the Lizard or Sandman. Like we haven't seen them. We just see them in their CGI form. But I heard at least with Grace Randolph saying that there will be in the film, but only briefly. I'm like, oh, okay, whatever, Um, but yeah, but my thing is what they did. They had Willem Dafoe, and Jamie Foxx and uh uh Alfred
Alpha
Molina,
Molina.
and then seeing obviously the three generations of these characters like talking. But I thought that was really good because you see that at least their perspective on not only just coming back just like not only 17, but for case of Willem Dafoe 20 years later, because the original film came
Mhm.
out 2002. And just looking how Willem Dafoe looks 65 for the last like 30 years. And while Paul Rudd, he looked like he was 21, like forever. But when he got pitched the script, like one thing he was talking about how uh that he's coming back to something new, but it's different with a spin on it, right? And Jamie
Mhm.
Foxx, obviously, with the jokes coming in through and talking about
Like,
how
I, I
he
I ain't blue no more.
I'm not blue no more, and also I'm a little more badass in this one, blah blah, and then Alfred Molina is like, funnily, he was saying, "I just want back. I want money, I just want to get paid." But I really
Yeah.
like what they did because I must be real with you. Aside from Willem Dafoe and Alfred Molina, to me when I watched the trailer, like Jamie Foxx, to me like looked. I mean, obviously he is the turn about the meme upgrade when you press the keyboard and press the blue button upgrade. He got the upgrade of 2021
Yes.
with the Tims
That's
on
it. Like
with the suit.
as he said, his homies were like, "Look, we get you, but like you're blue, but like we're cool with you now." Like that's basically how it is. Like, and you can hear in all of them, they're excited. Like they're so excited to return to these roles that they haven't been to. Like William the longest, but like haven't really returned to in years. Getting to play the characters they did where they left off and fight in this brand new setting that, as William said, is kind of similar but different, similar but different. And definitely also talking about again, like how, in terms of their characters, suit wise and power wise and look wise are different, like how it was back then when they first became these characters versus how it is now in this film. Like as William said, like, the original costume for the Green Goblin, like, it took so long to put that together. But in today's world, all they had to do is just scan him. They have the sizes and measurements, create the costume, and then try it on like at least one time, and boom, they're good. And
Mhm.
again, like you see obviously that with the difference between the OG Green Goblin suit and this technically same but somewhat newish version of that suit here. Same with Alfred Molina. Again, as we all know, in the original film, like those arms were actually real. They were motorized by like puppeteers, but as I said, they're all CGI now. And of course,
Right.
Jamie, as we know, all blue. And he's stuck with it because he's like, I'm just happy to be here. But now he feels like this is something that is a lot better and a lot more respectful to the character.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
again, they all came back because they know how Amy Pascal works. So it's like they came back because of her as well.
And listen, I'm gonna acknowledge that because I'm gonna say, but like years ago, right when they had the almost, I want to say the acquisition, but like when the Sony leaks happened, if you didn't remember this, many years ago, right around they had Amazing Spider-Man 2, Sony, the company, had a bunch of leaks that came out from their company about movies and projects that they were doing, and it was like this big scandal. Like there was like emails about, hey, let's do a Men in Black and 21 Jump Street crossover, and stuff, and that obviously never happened, but yeah, but then that was led to the transition of them going with Marvel, working with Marvel Studios, and Tom Holland being Spider-Man and ending Andrew Garfield's films. But Amy Pascal always kept getting thrown under the rug, especially even beginning of the press tour for Spider-Man No Way Home, Spider-Man Homecoming, when obviously when she talking about how first when Venom, which now obviously look how history works itself, right? At the
Uh-huh.
time, you said, oh, Venom, oh yeah, they're connected, but in to Kevin Feige's like, what,
Hmm?
and like, and it became a big meme. What was it? I'm gonna search this up,
And, let,
right?
and let's not forget when she allegedly threw a sandwich at Feige.
Allegedly,
Ah.
allegedly, right? But no, it's like it was a Kevin Feige meme. What was it? It might go downward
Among
spiral
among the many Kevin Feige memes, his
among the
latest one
many,
from
right?
His latest one from Eternals is
This
him
one.
staring deep into your soul.
Right. There you go. Right here. It was this interview right here during the first one when he's screaming eternally. No, but it was just this is
Uh,
hilarious. There's also one here when someone want to spoil some spoilers, whatever. He had the sniper,
that, yeah, camp ya.
Campia, right?
And let's
Um,
not forget that one right there for which one's that? Is that Eternal? That looks like no, that might have been Endgame, but that one right there.
no, that's just him getting all the
No, no,
rights.
no, no, a bit above, next to that Thor meme.
What? Which one?
Next to that Thor meme, no, 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 go down,
Where?
go down a bit. Next row.
Oh,
That
basically,
next
I'm
up.
still in charge of
No, no,
Marvel, right? Ike
no,
Perlmutter and Kevin Feige said, "Are you though?" Like,
no, 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 I mean the next one, I mean the next one.
which one are you looking at?
The one next to this one!
We saying for Thor? I'm
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
confused. What are you looking at?
The fuck I'm talking about the person looking at you, Feige!
No, this one?
Yes.
Oh.
This man
Okay, you're trying to get the death stare. I'm trying to avoid this dude. No, but no, but yeah, but no, honestly though, this dude been killing it this year, honestly, with everything going on. But obviously things are gonna be revealed next week. And right here, I'm gonna have a werewolf costume for Andrew Garfield ready for him to wear for Halloween or something. There gotta be something. We gotta make the werewolf comment because especially saying it's Photoshop and crap. Like so um but yeah, but I hope I'm saying me personally, I hope like the hype and stuff is real. Everything's kind of happening right now. We got exams and final papers and projects this week and stuff. And like I asked
Mhm.
for the chat to send us some prayer for that. But yeah, we're going through it right now. I mean, I'm mostly done with everything. I'm really but I just got like final projects or I gotta finish up.
Yeah,
That's
I
what I
got
do
I
next
I
week. I got one
yeah, I
actually due
got
tomorrow. Actually got one got or due today, I guess. It's due Tuesday, but I'm gonna get
yeah,
back and do it when this live
I
stream is
got
over.
I got stuff that I gotta take care of as well, like, for these next like, when No Way Home it's a lot of names. When No Way Home, comes out, that'll be the beginning uh of my, ascent into happiness
Right.
with with feeling free, basically, but, yeah, we both got a lot that we gotta take care of before then.
Yeah. But we'll be all right. But yeah, but other than that, next so guys, let me know what you think about the news about Spider-Man coming up. Also the next one here, which I can't let me know in the comment down section below. Let me know what you think. But the next topic here, I'm gonna stay in the realm of Marvel and run off of one of them. Uh is Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi has been a sequel has been confirmed. The director has returned for the sequel, but also we're gonna get a spin-off film or series, excuse me, possibly on Disney Plus. Probably the Ten Rings or maybe with the sister. That's what I'm thinking of. But yeah. So what are your thoughts, JK, on the sequel being confirmed?
Well, I mean, it was pretty much like confirmed from like the ending of the movie that there was going to be a sequel, not only again with Shung's the 10 rings having some type of alien origin, but also again with the sister and with the 10 rings going on and continuing on. It was basically confirmed by the end of the movie that there was going to be a sequel, and I'm very glad because I really enjoyed the first movie a lot. It's one of my favorite Marvel movies right now because it was just that damn good, and it was really a good movie to see, especially in the midst of the pandemic and everything that we're all still technically going through. I watched it once in the theater. I rewatched it a couple weeks ago when it hit Disney Plus, and I still love the movie. I still love what Simu Liu and the whole cast and everyone was able to do with this. So I'm glad that there's a sequel coming. I think we kind of know what it most likely will be about, though. Who knows? Again, it was just confirmed the director will obviously be working on the script and be working on the story, and the whole cast and everyone from the last one and whoever else they bring into the next one. Definitely getting ready to bring the magic of Shang-Chi back once again to the big and also the small screen.
Yeah, for one, this is really one of the most entertaining films of this year for me. This film to me was better than Eternals, in my personal opinion. Just more entertaining. Which, by the way, on a side note, Internals is going to be coming out in Disney Plus in January, so you can go probably look back at that film. I only saw the film once. I'm gonna watch it again, but not until like it come on Disney
Yeah,
Plus. But
he's seen it once. I saw it twice. The first time we saw it was in regular. I saw it in 3D to see what the difference was there, which we saw it in 3D the first time. But hey,
no, yeah, not saying that it wasn't a bad film, but just like Shang Chi was highly entertaining, and also the
Jamie,
story was great.
yeah,
I put it on, like I said, I put it on my top five for solo films for Marvel as of right now at this point, along with like Winter Soldier,
hmm
other films like that. The top five for me because this was good. This was amazing.
it
Um,
was
not only just with the representation of culture and what they did, but just also just the characters themselves just get a new look on terms of changing that hero type of Marvel and being, I would say, Asian American, whatever coming from that, but also just uh the type of fighting that style, obviously with martial arts, they did that in a new way that we haven't really had in a while since like the old Jackie Chan movies and stuff, really
right.
mainly in the '90s, or like stuff with the Raid, right? You know, but yeah, so with the spinoff series, would probably be a Ten Rings with his sister, right? So her sister was now is leader of the Ten Rings. Spoiler alert: you haven't seen the film, but but it leads to me like saying like what else type of stories he might do, bring out the characters from the Marvel universe and the Marvel comics. Obviously, Iron Fist is not the new, not the go guy for martial arts fighting anymore for Marvel. Sorry, Danny
Though,
Moran. Um,
yeah, I mean, he's not anymore. Though that may potentially change. I mean, who knows? Maybe the sequel film will be Shang-Chi discovers, the ancient city of Kunlun and has to face off against the Iron Fist. And also the fact that, again, Danny Rand isn't the only Iron Fist now because the comics are bringing in the first Asian Iron Fist, so they may even introduce him for all we know.
Probably not. No, so,
Maybe. We'll see.
yeah,
We'll
I
see.
don't know.
We'll see. It depends. It all depends, really.
Hmm. Yeah, but till then, we'll know that there's no confirmed date of a sequel. One's gonna be announced probably no later, probably than earlier than like 2023, and stuff like that. Possibly even that's kind of pushing it, but yeah, but I think that like I said, this film was really impactful to the Marvel scope of the Marvel universe, especially the end credit scene. Because I still need answers about what the rings were a portal to or a beacon, or what at least it said to who. And I thought they were probably maybe connecting somewhat to the multiverse, saying that the rings are older even than like 5,000 years, and there's no way uh no there's no type of
Well,
what do you
if you were
think?
to ask if you were to ask me, I'd say with them being very ancient and being old, the two guesses I got is maybe they have some slight connection to the Celestials, and if not that, maybe
That'd
older
be
than
weird. That'd be so
maybe
weird.
old. Well, the other option is maybe older than Celestials, which are the Builders who have been shown to take on the Celestials with literally no problem in the comics. So who knows? It could be potentially the Builders and maybe signaling them to be like, hey, remember that one universe you remember that whole multiverse we created? Why don't we destroy that since things are going out of hand?
Mhm.
Who knows? We shall see.
Yeah, but that end credit scene, obviously, now he probably be with the Avengers and stuff. But yeah, we don't even know what's gonna be happening. But we'll only thing we can do is speculate and be ready for it when they probably announce it. But yeah, but other
Hold
guys,
on.
let me
Hold on.
what?
I'm just gonna say this. Are we sure that's actually trash can? Because he's being way too positive right now.
Hey, Alexander, how you doing? No,
Hi,
I
Alexander.
told you this is my dude, man.
Are you sure? Because he's being way too positive right now.
Nah, no. See, do you know this remind me of JVS? What's his name? Um, not Sam. I forget why I'm forgetting his name. Lewis. The other black dude with glasses that always critiquing everything, hate Marvel movies, basically.
Oh yeah, that guy.
Lucas.
Lucas, yeah.
Yeah, Lucas. No, like basically, no. That's basically what it is. Like, there's people like that. No, Lucas, like, and we need people like Trash Can Wave. We need people like Lucas and stuff to see things in perspective that we don't see, right? But yeah, no, I'm sorry, that's my dude. Um,
Look
yeah,
me in the
no,
eyes and say that.
we need them. We need you. Enlist in the army today. Sorry. Um, But yeah, but other than that, let me guys know what you guys think about Shang Chi sequel being confirmed and also a spinoff being confirmed. Let me know about it in the comment section down below. But now we're gonna get into our last topic of the day. Um, let me see here. 1 second, 1 second. And thank you guys for tuning into the chat. A salute to the chat and everything. Um, but yeah, as Spider-Man, No Way Home, that hold on. So let me matter of fact, I'm just gonna 1 second. So as Spider-Man No Way Home is bringing back some type of nostalgia to us all, there's another property that's coming back that's been almost 15 years, almost exact same time, a little bit earlier than the first Spider-Man, because came out in like what 99, the first one. Um, but yeah, and not only that it's coming back, is also being resurrected. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Matrix has returned.
Billions of people just living their lives,
Hmm.
oblivious.
So the Matrix is coming back December, I think it's December 22nd,
22nd.
right after Spider-Man No Way Home. And yeah, this film and it's becoming it'll be premiering in theaters but also in HBO Max, which I'll probably be disappointing for box office purposes. But yeah, but we shall see. But yeah, but we just had the recent trailer that came out this morning, but I can't really
Mhm.
show because Warner Brothers be copywriting the heck out of crap. But at least I have some of these still images here. So basically, I'm still confused what the overall story of this film will be. Just because,
I think after this trailer, I'm starting to finally get exactly what this film is. I think what's happening in this is that this is basically a loop. That this is basically like non-alternate, well, I'd say kind of an alternate take on how things went before in the first Matrix, but along with the fact that the first Matrix and all the events in the first three movies still happen. It's just that this is um a new timeline basically of this. You know, Neo's obviously a bit older, but events are playing out. Like that first trailer showed a bunch of like the older scenes, but new interpretations of them that will be seen in this movie. Like the new the new Agent Smith, you know, Trinity, the new members that Neo will be fighting alongside in this movie. Along with the fact that it's potentially teased that in this version, Neo is not the one, though he still has his the one powers, but that Trinity might
Trinity,
actually be the one in this scenario, and that the two of them, you know, two
but it's the
the
Holy
ones
Trinity.
there.
They're all symbiote. Like one cannot go without the other, right?
Hmm.
So if Neo is basically like the Father, Son, Holy Spirit, that thing. I don't know. Like
I
it's
mean, he always looks like it with his hair.
right, right. But I'm seeing this stuff, but I'm really intrigued what they're gonna do because also there's some type of meta thing that the Matrix, the first Matrix, was actually in this world or this system new or the seventh iteration of the Matrix. Um, is actually that the original films was basically a movie, right? And that they're showing scenes from the original Matrix and seeing kind of type of meta event or whatever it might be. So like they're watching the events and thinking that that's reality. Like movies are not real. What if the movies we're actually watching are the reality and what we're living is the system? It's trippy, man. Um,
Hmm.
but yeah, but I'd be very intrigued what they might be doing um, with this story. But like you said, with Matrix, I'm liking the action. Yaha, my dude, my team. You want to talk about Haley Steinfeld killing it? This man been killing it this whole freaking year. The whole pandemic is not stopping for this dude. Nope, they ain't stopping him. Um,
He's unstoppable at this point.
this dude is freaking what Doctor Manhattan. Um, he's freaking uh Candyman. He's Black
Time to
Manta.
fly.
All that stuff. Be my victim. And so all this stuff is happening here, and but yeah, this dude been killing it this whole year. I definitely see an Oscar in his dude's future, like definitely
Oh,
like character.
definitely.
You know,
Definitely.
same thing along with him and Jonathan Majors, both been killing it. But yeah, but I'm really intrigued about just the story because I still know like we saw what's her name what Jada Pickett entanglement. Um, and Jada Pickett back in this film, but like she got old makeup and stuff and everything. Like she looked really old, and I'm just kind of confused, like what's going on. It's also is Lawrence Fishburne in it, and based on how she look, I'm like Lawrence Fishburne ain't gonna be looking any better, if he ain't alive, So
I mean,
yeah, I'm
this is the new
confused.
Morpheus, but like, are we gonna see the old Morpheus?
Right, right. But there've been plenty of stills that happened with this new film. Uh, and this guy here from if you haven't seen Hamilton, da 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 da
Yeah,
da da da
da, da, da.
da. Yeah,
It took me so long to realize that that was him. I was like, wait, what?
that is him, Mr. Anderson.
Oh.
Welcome back. Yeah, and he's actually mimicking the lines from Agent Smith. So we don't know if
Mhm.
Agent Smith is in this film or he's a new type of Agent Smith. He's definitely in the system.
I think he's this new reality's version of Agent Smith.
Right, and he's mimicking like like he's saying quoting the exact same lines, right? Which I think this film is
Mr.
heavily
Anderson.
right. Um, life's purpose, and all this stuff, right?
Mhm.
Um, but I think that this film is heavily emphasizing on nostalgia, which could bite them in the ass at the end. Hopefully not, because like we've seen films that come back many sequels later, years later with this sequel, but the Matrix is something with in terms of cinematic history and pop culture in general, which I hope they don't miss this opportunity of doing what they could be like, with the concept they're doing, especially with the Wachowski siblings and stuff. What they do with and they're coming back for this film. At least one of them, I think Lana is the one that's doing this one. Um, so yeah, hopefully the concept won't be so confusing, and hopefully people turn out to the theater instead of HBO Max. I know my dad. I mean, even though he's more a guy who sits on the couch, it's like Matrix is our childhood. Is that Spider-Man and Matrix, right? Remember, like we used to play it when I was a kid. Like he used to, lift me up and do the whole moonwalk or off the with the dojo fight with the Neo and Morpheus and
Yeah.
stuff. I remember that all the time. That's one of my oldest childhood memory.
Yeah.
But
For when it comes to the Matrix, I never saw it when I was young. I didn't see it until high school when a teacher of mine had showed me the movie, and I'm so glad he did because I got hooked on that shit immediately. Saw that one, saw the other two sequels, which I know how other people feel about the sequels, but again, it got me into the Matrix, and I've been a fan ever since. That
mhm.
I definitely have enjoyed, and I definitely have nostalgia, and I definitely have a need to see this in the theater. Like No Way Home and this, I definitely need to see in the theater. I can't do HBO Max. I need to see this in my face on a huge wide screen. The movie theater experience is something that I know a lot of people have been lacking on since streaming services have become a thing, but it's like it's still something that's necessary, for us. We all need that time to be in that space and that environment.
Right, right. So yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking that yeah, I'm really excited for this film. I think this film will be coming out the 22nd. It's right before Christmas. So hopefully I know
Mhm.
people will turn out for theater and stuff like this, but I'm not missing this opportunity at all. Um but yeah, guys, I think other than that, I think there any else other news.
Think we
Let's see.
got it all.
I think we got everything, man. Yeah. So yeah. Other than that, thank you guys for tuning in to this live stream. I know this has been a minute, so I think about a week or so since we did the last one, since like the first Spider-Man trailer or second Spider-Man trailer came out. Exam season is happening right now, and but I appreciate y'all for turning out. Um, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we all did.
Mhm.
But I appreciate y'all for supporting the channel. Thank you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, comment, like, and share. And let me guys know what you thought about any of the topics that we covered today in this live stream today. And you can find me on Jedi Mike 7 on Instagram and on YouTube, just at Jedi Mike 7. And I know Jay King, where can people find you other
Find
than
me
this
on Instagram.
platform?
Uh, other than here, you can find me Instagram jking_zio. And other than that, I'm usually in the chats with Akasan, Red Dreaded Man himself from Japan on Twitch, aka SAN_plays. I'm usually in the chat there, help him out sometimes. So if you guys want to chat with me, I'll be there. Again, Instagram, there's that. And otherwise, you'll find me here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, guys. But until next time. This is Jay King, and this is Jedi Mike 7 Talks Time. Peace. We are out. Thank you guys. God bless you. Peace.